Hello everyone, welcome back to our Power BI channel. Here we are covering DAX functions in this series. In the previous tutorials guys, we have studied some math and trig DAX functions. And in today's class, we will cover some more interesting topic which we have studied in our school days. So let's start the class guys, and here are the DAX functions which we are going to cover in today's class. So let's start with this exp DAX function, which stands for exponent. So let's go to reference page, and here we will read the definition first. So it returns e raised to the power of a given number. The constant e equals to 2.718 and so on, the base of the natural logarithm. And here we have just only one parameter, which is number. And now let's understand this DAX function with practical. So go to the Power BI desktop and go to data view. And I will take new calculated column from here. And let me rename this as exponent. And now I will write my DAX function, which is exp. Bracket start, and here is only one parameter, which is number. So let's suppose this time I will take only 1 and close the bracket and hit enter. And from here guys, you can also match the result, which is same. That means the power of exponent 1 is 2.718. And let's suppose this time I want to enter here number 2 and close the bracket. So here is the result guys, which is 7.3890 and so on. So the question is how this calculation comes. So as we study guys, the power of 1 is 2.718 something. And if I multiply this value with 2, so the answer would be 7.38. Let's check with calculator. So let me open my calculator first. And now I will multiply 2.718 multiply by 2.718. So answer would be 7.38 something. And if I enter 3 value here, so the exponent will multiply 3 times. So this 7.38 multiply by with this 2.738, 2.718. So answer would be 20.07 something. So in this way guys, we can calculate this exponent. And now let's move towards the next topic of our today's class. So the next function is fact DAX function, which is factor. So let's go to reference page to understand the definition first. It returns the factorial of a number equal to the series. The series would be 1, 2, 3 and so on, ending in the given number. And here is only just one parameter, which is number. And here you can read the definition of parameter, the non-negative number of which you want to calculate the factorial. And if I scroll it down here, and here we can see the example. Let's suppose these are the values which starts from 0 and end with 170. And once we apply this factorial DAX function, so here would be the result. And once we apply this fact DAX function, so here we can see the result. And now let's apply this DAX function in Power BI desktop. So go to Power BI desktop and go to data view. So here we can see guys, I have taken one column here which name is facts. So I will quickly take new column from here and let me rename this as factors. And now I will write my DAX function, which is fact. And under number parameter guys, I will take this facts column, which is from the budget to table, and close the bracket and hit enter. So here we can see the answer. The factor of 1 is 1. The factor of 2 is 2. And the factor of 3 is 6, which is 3 multiplied by 2 is 6. 4 multiplied 6 is 24. 5 multiplied 24 is 120. So in this way, this series will go on. So I hope guys, now you are clear with this fact DAX function. And now let's move towards the next topic of our today's class, which is floor. So let's go to the reference page to understand the definition first. So guys, this function also rounds a number down towards 0 to the nearest multiple of significance. And here we have just only two parameters, the number and significance. So let me scroll it down and let's see the example. So let's go to Power BI desktop and quickly apply this DAX function, which is floor. So I will take new calculate column from here and let me edit this as floor. And now I will write my DAX function, which is floor. So the first parameter is number. So I will take this integer column as a number, which is from budget to table, comma, and under significance parameter guys, I will take 0.1 and close the bracket and hit enter. So here we can see guys, under significance parameter I have taken 0.1. That means I want only 0.1 decimal, which is 10.2. You can see here 12.78 becomes 12.7. So in this way guys, we can use this floor DAX function. And now let's move towards the next DAX function of our today's class, which is GCD, which stands for greatest common divisor. I hope guys you have definitely studied this function in your school days. So let's go to reference page and understand the definition first. It returns the greatest common divisor of two or more integers. The greatest common divisor is the largest integer that divides both number 1 and number 2 without a remainder. So here we have just only two parameters, which are number 1 and number 2. And let's see the example guys. So here they have taken number 5 and number 2. So the greatest common divisor is 1. And here you can see they have taken number 24 or 36. So the greatest common divisor is 12, because 12 is also divided by 24 as well as 36. So here I will take new calculated column from here and let me rename this as greatest common divisor. And now I will write my DAX function, which is GCD. And under number 1 parameter I will take 24, comma, and the next parameter is number 2. So I will take 36 here and close the bracket and hit enter. So here we can see guys, our answer is 12. So I hope guys now you have clear understanding about this greatest common divisor. And now let's move towards the next DAX function of our today's class, which is ICO.ceiling. So in previous classes guys, we have studied ceiling DAX function, which helps us to round the value. Let's go to reference page to understand the definition first. So it also rounds a number up to the nearest integer or to the nearest multiple of significance. And here we have just only two parameters, numbers and significance. And the only difference guys between ceiling and ISO ceiling, so from here you guys can read the difference. Ceiling rounds negative numbers downward toward negative infinity, while ISO.ceiling rounds negative number upward towards positive infinity. So let's go to Power BI desktop and understand both the function with practical. So firstly I will go here new calculate column, and firstly I will write ISO ceiling DAX function. So here I will apply my DAX function, which is ISO ceiling. So under number parameter guys, I will take random number, let's suppose minus 4.25, comma, and under significance guys, I will take minus 1 and close the bracket and hit enter. And now let's apply ceiling function first, then we will differentiate. So let me copy this DAX function and simply go here in new column and paste it here. So let me rename this as ceiling. And from here guys, I will also remove this .iso and hit enter. So here we can see guys, the results are different. So if we use ceiling function, it rounds negative number downward. So here we can see guys, it's going downward. And if we use negative number in ISO ceiling, it going upward towards positive infinity. So here we can see guys, it's going upward. So I hope guys now you are clear with the difference of ceiling and ISO.ceiling. And now let's move towards the next DAX function of our today's class, which is LCM, which stands for least common multiple. So let's go here in Microsoft reference page and understand the definition first. It returns the least common multiple of integers The least common multiple is the smallest positive integer. That is a multiple of all integer argument. Let's suppose number 1, number 2 and so on. Use LCM to add fraction with different denominators. So here we have just only two parameters, number 1 and number 2. And let's look at the example, guys. So here they have taken 24 or 36, 5 or 2. I hope guys you have definitely know about how to calculate LCM. And if you don't know guys that how you calculate LCM, so I would request please go and watch videos on YouTube that how we can calculate LCM. So let's go to Power BI desktop and quickly apply this LCM DAX function. You need to click on this new column and let me edit this as LCM. And now I will write my DAX function which is LCM. So let's suppose here I am taking 24, 36 and close the bracket and hit enter. So in this way guys you can calculate LCM of any two numbers. And now let's move towards the next DAX function of our today's class, which is ln, which stands for natural logarithm. So let's go to reference page and understand the definition first. So it returns the natural logarithm of a number. Natural logarithm are based on the constant e, which is 2.718. So here we can see guys, this is just the inverse of exponent. So let's apply this DAX function in Power BI desktop. So go to data view and click on new column. And let me rename this as ln, which is natural logarithm. And now I will write my DAX function. So under number parameter guys, I will take random number. Let's suppose 6 and close the bracket and hit enter. So in this way guys, you can calculate natural logarithm in Power BI desktop. And now let's moving towards the last DAX functions of our today's class, which is log and log10. And those who are from commerce background and science background, they have definitely studied about differentiation and integration. So they have pretty much aware about log and log10. So let's go to the reference page and understand the definition first. So it returns the logarithm of a number to the base you specify. You just simply need to number or base. We have just only two parameters. So let me scroll it down and I will take the same example. So log of 110. So go here in Power BI desktop and quickly apply this same example. So let me rename this as log. And now I will write my DAX function which is log. So under number parameter guys, I will take 100, and the base power is 10 and close the bracket. So here we can see guys our answer is 2. So in this way guys we can calculate log. And now moving towards the last DAX function of our today's class, which is log10. So it returns the base 10 logarithm of a number. And here we have just only one parameter which is number. So let's go to Power BI desktop and apply this DAX function. Simply go here on new column. And here I rename this as log10. And now I will write my DAX function which is log10. And here I am taking random number guys under number parameter. Let's say 100 and close the bracket. So here answer is again 2. You can also change the number from here. Let's suppose 200. So in this way guys you can calculate log and log10. So I hope guys now you have cleared with all the DAX function of our today's class. So do more practice and explore more yourself. And stay connected with us and kindly support this channel. And if anyone wants to learn free Power BI from scratch, so here we have this YouTube channel guys, which name is Power BI Full Course by Shubham. And under this 50 tutorials guys, I have explained each and every concept in detail. And those who are visit first time on this channel, please kindly hit the like and subscribe button. And don't forget to press this bell icon guys, else you will miss an update. And for the job seekers guys, we have this free Telegram channel where I'm keep posting latest Power BI jobs opening. And you will also find some latest interview questions and answers. So you don't need to pay anything to anyone for jobs and trainings. But if you still think you require paid training guys, so I am also providing one-on-one paid training sessions. And from day one guys, I make you prepare for the interviews round. So you guys can connect me on LinkedIn or Telegram channel. Both the links are given under the description box. And for free learners guys, we have this free YouTube channel. So keep learning and keep growing. Thank you so much guys for your more love and support. Thank you so much.